Technical difficulties.
We forgot our remote today. Hey kids, welcome to the next episode of the Tipsy Irishman and the Scotsman, and
On location.
on location, location 2. If we do one more of those, it'll be just the second location.
Yeah, forgive the balloon. This is my son's 10th birthday today, so we've got birthday balloons everywhere.
We're celebrating. We always celebrate. We celebrate life every day. So. And with us, as always, is Trace the Buffalo.
New shirt too.
Did you like that? Well, I wore it before. I saw
Did
it
you?
on the other show. Yeah.
This is new for the show.
I like that one. That's
Yeah,
that's
my
good.
sailor shirt.
That's good.
Andrea found it off Amazon, so.
Nice.
Yeah.
Where I find all my stuff too. Well, we have something new today. Anyways, we're not really together today. So this is off the cuff. We're just doing this today. Today we're going to do our sponsorship is Grinds today. We were going to do it at the other studio, the new Jameson studio. But
Oh yeah, with all the.
so we all had kid duty today. So this is what happens. But if you want to quit smoking, quit tobacco, want just some caffeine in your life, go to getgrinds.com. Tell them I sent you.
Yeah, Tipsy Irishman.
Tell them Tipsy Irishman sent you, and hopefully they'll help you out, and that will help me out, and we'll do some more of these. This is great. Today we're working with the cinnamon whiskey, so it tastes like Fireball. Fireball.
That's actually very appropriate.
Fireball without the acid reflux and the depression that you drink Fireball.
Very appropriate for about to open.
I don't know what the show, and so I don't know nothing about this. I'm waiting to get it in my store. There's a chance.
Yeah, this is really new to Florida.
So we're gonna let him take the show away because he knows more than the old Irishman.
Lucky Seven Distillery. My first introduction to these guys, they did a 14-year product that I had a sample of at my local store. Loved it, and this one was now available here in Florida. This is Lucky 7, the Holiday Toast. They came out with two different one-off releases this year. This one is called the Holiday Toast. The other one I think is called the Frenchman or something. I think it's finished in French oak barrels. Lucky 7 is not the distillery. They source it, they blend it. So this one is like Bartone used to, like Joseph Magnus, like I got a mosquito on me.
You got a mosquito.
So
Welcome to Florida.
This one was very intriguing to me. The packaging got me instantly. The packaging is great. You can kind of see the embossing there on the back. The label is super, super cool. This ticket, like this admit one.
It'll look good on your shelf.
Yeah, it looks super, super cool. Actually, I was at the store because I was picking up the High West Cask Strength. Just came out. That's what I went to the store for. Ended up walking out with 2 bottles because I saw this one sitting behind the counter, and it just intrigued me. It's double oaked, so finished and finished again. So it was sourced.
How bad could it be then?
Right. So they Lucky 7 sourced it, and then they did their own finishing, proprietary barrel, light char, heavy toast. I believe.
I feel like I've been drinking this in Vegas.
Yeah, it's an awesome bottle. The bottle looks super, super cool. What I'm not mega pumped on is there's not a lot of information on the bottle. It's not age stated. It is Kentucky sourced. So they don't tell you who they sourced it from, but it is sourced in Kentucky. So it is distilled in Kentucky.
Just a swamp down by the river.
Right. But I think I want to say this was like right around $80 out the door. For it to not be age stated just is not awesome. But hopefully the juice on the inside is.
Or the novel. The one we got for a thing that's not aged anywhere on there. I can't see it aged.
Oh, really? Should be.
I'll look. I'll let you look later.
You know what?
See if you can tell me.
There we go. That's got a good pop to it. Yeah, check out that cork.
That's pretty damn
It's got the
good.
diamond embossing on the cork too.
Well, they definitely get an A+ for originality and packaging.
This is some of the best packaging in the game. This thing, it just looks great. It's that wide, narrow bottle, so you can kind of get it on the shelf a little sideways, and it doesn't take up a ton of space.
As a liquor retailer, though, may I say, hate that shit.
Yeah, it's a problem.
But it's still cool though.
You'll have to forgive
As a
me.
beverage consumer, love it.
I'm on the back end of like a 10-day cold, so I have done a little reading on this one just to kind of help me place.
So you haven't drank in 10 days?
I drank last night for the first time in about 10 days, and we actually polished off a bottle of Blackened Willet Collab. I woke up this morning to an empty bottle. So I like that one a lot, and they're really expensive. I was kind of bummed that that one's gone. So.
You the one that posted it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah,
I just said like it.
So Kentucky distilled, sourced, finished by Lucky 7, proprietary barrel.
Wow. Punch me in the face there, I know.
Man, that's got a great nose.
But punched it, yes. I'm going to say.
Definitely getting that oaky, woody note coming through.
Fruits.
Very
Fruits.
sweet.
Get the fruits. I smell fruits.
Yeah, yeah, I'm getting a little, kind of a little fruit.
I want to say. I want to say it's higher, but I'm going to say it's like 94.
No, 115.
Oh, I'm so far off.
Yeah, this should be.
That's what it smelled like, but I've been fooled lately, so
it should be considered barrel strength.
One more conservative.
Got a really sweet nose to it. I can't quite place what that note is, but it is very, very sweet.
Really
but there's something
super mellow.
See, I'm hesitant because I'm getting a little of that cinnamon red hot nose coming through.
Yeah, I didn't smell cinnamon until you said it.
Right.
I do smell it.
Now, I enjoy it in my whiskey when I'm ready for it. If I'm not ready for it, it has a tendency to just get you that heartburn, you know, and especially at 115 proof. Right? Yeah, that's what you said. It's the cinnamon. I was like, oh, that's pretty appropriate. Color on it's fantastic. I mean, you can see it's double, right? Because it's got that super great color, little reddish hue to it.
Yeah, no, it's good.
Smells delicious. Let's give it a swing. See
Cheers,
what it
my
is.
friend. That's a lot of going on. Interesting.
Wow.
And not too. Hold on before I say it. Yeah, not too heaty.
Not too heaty.
Not 115 heat.
It's got a great finish. The finish is really lingering still. But the cinnamon doesn't come through as intense on the palate.
Almost like when you pop into a grape, not that flavor, but when you get that burst. Of,
it is very robust. Like that is not a delicate whiskey. This is not an entry level, approachable type whiskey. Especially then my first drink of the day. It's delicious.
Mine too, by the way.
I
was a good boy today.
The oak that comes through on the nose. Because it definitely is. It's sweet and oaky on the nose.
Get a little heat now.
Yeah.
In the ears, right in here. No hug though.
Honey. It's not fruit. It's honey.
Yes, dear.
To me, it's honey, and I get it in the back of the palate. It's straight on the back of the tongue.
The second one was rougher.
Was it for you?
Yeah.
I thought. See, the second one was easier for me. Straight to the back of the palate. Instant burst of honey. Fades away.
Yeah, I get the honey now. Yeah, that makes sense.
Little spicy.
That's kind of like when you do honey, just straight honey. Mm-hmm. You get that coat.
Yes,
that's what I feel.
And it's hanging out. I will say this though, I don't think it's anything spectacular. It's good. It's good, but it's not something I'm pushing old ladies out of the way to be lined up at the liquor store for. If it's around and
grandma.
Yeah. If it's around and you're looking to buy a bottle this month and you want to try something new, it's a limited release.
Is it 80 worth? It's worth $80. That's the biggest key right there.
I would say yes. A couple of factors. One, it is good. It's very drinkable. It's delicious. Like I could sit around and drink a lot of that. It's interesting. It's got a cool story. It's limited release. The packaging is fantastic. It's brand new to our state. We haven't seen Lucky 7 here before. So for me, this is a great conversation piece. Bring it out with my whiskey nerd friends. Hey, anybody have anything from the Lucky 7 yet? Awesome. Here, try this one. Is it something I'm going to go snag a backup of? Probably not. Maybe it'll grow on me when we get a little air on it. Once it gets down below the neck.
This is going to be him sharing it to a lot of people and saying, "What do you think?"
Yeah, well, I like sharing interesting whiskey.
What do you think?
The story is cool, right? And I don't know if they intend to become their own distillers. I don't know if this is a Bardstown type thing where they're sourcing for now, but they're going to distill their own in the future. Haven't really looked into it that deeply.
You get a lot of heat now.
Are you?
As it's sitting. And full disclosure, though, normally I'm about 1 or 2 in before we do a show. So this is my first. I normally start at 3. We're at almost 7 now. So.
But the heat isn't alcohol heat to me.
No,
it's that cinnamon spice heat.
Yeah, the proof is definitely not the proof. Like it's a mellow 150.
The heat I'm getting out of it is more of a cinnamon forward type heat, which if you're not a huge fan of, this isn't like Fireball type cinnamon, but it's definitely there. It's present. It's oaky. Anything double barreled, anything double oaked is going to get that extra.
Even
oak.
Fireball cinnamon isn't really cinnamon.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Read the ingredients, my friends.
But anything where you're getting that double barreling, that's where you're getting that kind of sweet honey note from. You're getting the barrel sugars from 2 different barrels. You're getting the cool color. The finish is great.
It's interesting. Almost every sip is different.
Yeah, the finish is lingering for a long. That third sip, I didn't get as much of the honey, and it was much more cinnamon forward.
Yeah. That's weird.
But I think it also matters how you take the sip. So my second sip, I just went straight to the back of the tongue and swallowed it. That third one, I kind of switched around.
Right. Yeah.
I like to see kind of what does it do with my gums.
I think swishing is better.
but I'm not getting that heartburn.
No.
It's
Wow.
not giving me that Kentucky hug.
No hug,
constriction.
but definitely esophagus for me.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm okay with it. I like it. I would say for me it's a solid B minus to a B. Like it's a good drinker.
It's a solid B.
I don't think the value is overstated. I think it's a cool looking bottle. I think the story is really, really cool.
If the bottle was more generic, it would not be worth $80.
Yeah, I kind of agree, and because it's a limited release as well. You know, this is a one time deal, and
Oh, that's a good point too.
so all that kind of factors in when I'm looking at something like this. But is it the best value in whiskey? No. Is it a diamond in the rough? It's relatively cheap and it drinks fantastic? No. It's cool. It's
On
good.
that particular diagram, I would say it's a C.
Yeah, for sure. I would say in the
It's
kind
not
of
a diamond in
value.
a rough. It's a C.
Yeah, I would say for the value, it's not their value wise, but it's delicious. I mean, I think it's a good whiskey. There's not a lot of whiskey I drink where I just go, oh man, that's terrible, and kind of dump it down the drain.
I have a couple.
Yeah, I do too, but they're mostly bottom end stuff like that Larceny small batch. The first time I had Larceny small
Everything
batch.
Clyde made.
You know what, man? The Clyde Mates came out like a 10-year, and it's awesome.
I've not met a Clyde Mates that
I'll see if I can send you a sample of that 10-year.
that I've enjoyed. It's probably one of the few things I've actually gone and dumped out.
So you know the reason I picked this one over the Frenchman, we spent our Christmas up in North Carolina with my parents up on the mountains, chilly and cold. We drink a ton of hot toddies. And I think
This would be good in a hot toddy.
right? It's got
Yeah.
that cinnamon spice, and you get
Yes.
a little bit of the lemon and the a little bit of the sugar on it.
A
And,
little campfire would be good in a hot toddy too.
no, agreed. But that's kind of the intention I had here was, we're gonna take this up for Christmas, and my brother and I will finish it over 5 days, playing cards. I think this would be really, really good in a hot toddy. I also think this would be really, really good just in a generic mixed drink. At that proof point, the 115 proof point, you kind of get that cinnamon forward. It does have some sweetness to it. It would add some complexity to just about any mixed drink that you put it in.
There's definitely a lot. I would almost like to see them put what's on it. Like there's some place that I do, or that was it John Rich's Redneck Riviera. That has everything that's in it on the bottle, and then when you drink it, you go, oh, shoot, that is everything that I'm tasting. I just think it's kind of interesting.
That fourth sip was delicious. It's grown on me. It really is. The more I sit here and kind of mess with it,
The more as it gets inebriated, it's very
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Just kidding.
that honey note I like a lot. I get that a lot out of E.H. Taylor, and we got buddies that do finishing. They take little barrels and they do honey in it, and then they finish whiskey in the honey barrel.
We got a guy who normally does that, makes his own honey.
And it's delicious, and
It
they're
does-
really,
it's
really
good.
good. And it turns like the last one he did was Weller Special Reserve, which I hate, and he gave it to me blind. I was like, "This is awesome. What is this?" He's like, "It's Weller Special Reserve. I finished in a honey barrel. Super, super good."
Other than one thing he's given me, and he gave it to me on purpose to see if I'd like it, and he knew I shouldn't like it, and I didn't.
What was it?
The St. Augustine.
Oh God, yeah, you can't fix St. Augustine.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. I don't know if anybody else ever watch it.
Step up your game, bro.
Listen, if you're gonna go to St. Augustine, get the vodka or get the gin. The whiskey is
The rum is okay.
yeah, the whiskey's not ideal.
No. So,
But I like
he
the honey
did
note.
it, but everything else he's given me, he's given me.
Man, smell it on an empty glass. Like that honey note is coming through
Yeah, yeah.
big time now.
He's given me. He made barrels, and then when he was done with the barrels, he put honey and made honey, bourbon, syrup.
Yeah.
Outstanding.
Yeah. Super good stuff.
Outstanding. It was so good.
Man,
That's good.
This is growing. The longer this video goes on, the higher my rating's going to climb. It's growing on me. I like that super.
We're gonna sit there for hours until it's amazing.
That honey forward note is cool. It's complex. It's not a one-trick pony. There's different kind of flavors that you're getting out of it, which I enjoy.
Is this their first?
No.
Oh.
I mean, I think it may be the first release of this type, because I want to say.
Well, in that case, there's only all the way up.
Well, so interestingly enough, this is labeled
to
as
go up.
This is labeled as batch 8, and I don't know what that means. I don't know if this is the 8th release of this, or if they have multiple
Right.
batches that they're releasing, because it is sourced.
Does that mean that this is the 8th year?
I can't imagine it is. I don't think Lucky 7's been around that long.
So maybe they do it quarterly.
I may
Or
read
a
it
couple
a
times
little
a
more.
year.
I like it enough that I will probably pull the trigger on the French version that my buddy shot.
I'll tell you what, we've had some good French. So
Yeah. The French oak stuff is really, really good. The Maker's French stuff is killer.
sadly, though, we can be comparing it to the makers, so it might be in trouble from the
So
start.
you actually know what I picked up this week? I got the Maker's 46 French, not cask strength. so it's like 94-ish proof. I got that over there. We did them side by side last night, and it's a great drinker. Just as a side note, those are really, really good. If you see one
It's
laying around.
Makers. Is there a bad drinker?
Yes, I've had some pretty terrible ones.
Really? The special ones, though, right?
Like the regular bottom end Makers doesn't do it for me. The Makers 101's great. The
Yes,
Makers
it
Cask
is.
is great. Makers 46 is great.
Yep.
But anyway, I dig it. It does a lot for me. I think the packaging is super cool. Conversation super cool. It's very good. It's not bad whiskey. It's not trash celebrity whiskey. It's good.
You know what they should do as a gimmick, since the way the bottle looks, is make it with a set of poker. You know what I'm saying? Like you get a thing that's in the center, and they've got cards
it'd be
and
cool.
chips
Or, it'd be cool
with
with
the
like a poker
actual
chip or
logo
something,
and stuff
yeah.
in it. That'd be good. Hey, if you do that, you know you owe me some money for that idea. But on the other side it says Tipsy Irishman. There we go.
Yeah, right. Like you said, one's like Tipsy Irishman on the other one. That's not a bad idea.
Let's do a deal, guys. That's really cool.
Yeah, I dig it. It grew on me. I'm glad we kind of took a little bit of time with it because of that initial sip, I wasn't blown away. But the more I kind of dig into it, the
I
more
like
some
the
of those
first one
flavors
and the last one. The two middle ones, not so much.
We also have this bad habit of opening fresh bottles and pouring them straight into a glass and not letting them air out, letting them try to kind of change for us. So I'll revisit this one here in a few weeks and see if it's
Or
changed
tomorrow.
much. But just in the few minutes we've been sitting here, I feel like the flavor is changing. It is very cinnamon forward. We're doing the cinnamon a lot. But I like that honey note, and I like it at the
I
100.
think chilled up might be interesting.
That 115 proof point is that's right in my wheelhouse, man. I like it a lot.
Yeah, buddy. Well, with that being said, my friends, if you can find it, you want to
Yeah.
try it,
Ask around.
we recommend it.
Yeah.
Give it a try. If you have any thoughts or suggestions for the show, you want to come on the show?
Yeah, you want to send us a brand new release? Anybody out there got that Maker's Mark cellar aged? You can just send it. I'll give you my address. Just send it right to the house, man. Whatever you need. Whatever
Or
you want.
bring it with you, and we'll do a show with you on it.
Yeah,
So,
right?
This
For
look
sure.
what this guy brought. Not you, but you know, he doesn't really participate.
Yeah, he doesn't do much. No, he just sits there. He just sits
Just
there
looks
and
cool,
it's
right?
pretty.
But the contact information is going to be below, and if you want to help the show, sponsor the show, pay for a show, we're up for it.
Absolutely.
We're cheap.
Yeah, very cheap.
Today, we're cheap. Get in now while we're still cheap. We're going to have to be a weird way to turn this off today, but we appreciate you showing up. And to all our friends out there in our private group, how you doing? And we'll see you on the next meetup, and we'll see you on the next show. Until then, my friends, drink one for us, because we're about to drink another one for you. And we'll see you on the next one. And here we go with our non-technical.